Welcome to Channel Ziz. Today we're reviewing what could be one of the most anticipated luxury SUVs of the upcoming model year, the 2026 BMW X8. We'll take a deep dive into its design, inside and out, examine how it performs, look at pricing, and give our verdict. If you enjoy these detailed reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss future releases. Alright, let's get started. Starting with the front. The BMW X8 presents a bold presence. The signature BMW twin-kidney grille stands larger and more commanding than ever, flanked by sleek adaptive LED headlights that complement the angular hood and sculpted front fascia. The lines flow from the front edge of the hood into the sweeping side surfaces, giving a powerful stance even when standing still. The bumper incorporates larger intakes and subtle chrome or black accents, depending on the trim, that hint at its performance credentials. Up above, the hood is raised slightly in the center, creating a muscular center ridge that visually supports the aggressive posture. In the context of modern luxury SUVs, the front of this vehicle positions itself as both elegant and athletic, exactly the balance BMW appears to pursue. Moving around to the side profile, the X8 continues to command attention. The roofline slopes gently toward the rear, giving it a hint of coupe SUV styling without sacrificing utility entirely. The belt line is high, and the window area narrows toward the back, reinforcing the sporty character. Large alloy wheels, up to 21 or 22 inch depending on market, fill the wheel arches, while character lines run from the front fender through the doors and toward the rear. The door handles sit flush, or nearly flush, with the body in premium trims, and black or chrome side skirts add visual width. The side mirrors are aerodynamic and integrate indicator strips. What stands out is the degree of attention to proportion. Despite its size, the X8 avoids looking bloated and retains a sense of dynamic poise. The sloping roof adds refinement, though rear headroom may be slightly compromised compared to more upright SUVs. If you're concerned about practicality, the side perspective gives a strong premium sport SUV message rather than a purely boxy utility vehicle. Exterior: a rear view, back, cut to rear bumper, tail lights, exhausts, roofline termination. At the rear, the design continues to impress. The LED tail lights are wide and connected by a slim light strip that traverses the tailgate, giving a modern, cohesive look when illuminated at night. The tailgate itself is broad, making access to the cargo area easier. Dual exhaust outlets, in higher trims, are integrated into the lower diffuser, with chrome or blackout finishes depending on specification. A subtle roof spoiler extends the visual roof line and adds a sporty edge. The lower bumper area features protective cladding and sensors for parking assistance. From the back, you can appreciate just how broad the stance is, and the width of the car gives it presence, and the sculpting around the rear wheel arches helps emphasize its athletic posture. Overall, the rear design confirms the vehicle's luxury and performance intentions, while also retaining enough practicality cues for an SUV of its class. Now let's step inside the cabin. Immediately you're greeted with premium materials, generous use of leather, or optional extended leather packages, finely stitched surfaces, and high-grade trims. The driver-oriented cockpit features a large digital instrument cluster and a central infotainment screen, both integrated into a curved display panel in higher trims. Ambient lighting, metal trims, and wood or carbon fiber inlays, depending on the spec, combine to create a refined, premium environment. The steering wheel is thick-rimmed and features multi-function controls. Paddle shifters may be included in sport trims. The center console is elevated, giving a slightly upright seating position which adds to the driver-focused feel, while physical tactile controls remain for climate and media functions, something many aficionados appreciate in a luxury vehicle. In the front, seats are deeply bolstered, heated and ventilated in many markets, with optional massage functions and memory settings. Rear seating continues the premium theme. Depending on configuration, you might get a spacious three-person bench or a two-seat layout with individual lounges and enhanced comfort features. Reclining surfaces, separate climate control, ambient lighting. Cabin noise levels are impressively low, especially when the optional sound insulation packages are chosen, making the X8 a refined cruiser for long journeys. Cargo space is respectable for the class. The tailgate opens wide and the load floor is relatively flat. With the rear seats up, you gain a usable volume. With the rear seats folded, you unlock more capacity for luggage or gear. Some compromises exist due to the sloping roof line. Rear headroom is a bit tighter than boxier SUVs, and the rear seating angle might be slightly more inclined than a conventional SUV, but on exchange you get elevated style and premium ambience. On the tech front, the vehicle includes the latest BMW iDrive system, with touch, voice and gesture controls in some markets, augmented reality navigation, wireless charging, premium audio systems and advanced driver assistance features. Overall, as a luxury cabin, the X8 ticks almost every box. It blends luxury, technology and a sporty character in one package. Performance, use driving footage, highway, cornering, interior driving view. Turning to performance, BMW equips the X8 with multiple engine options. One source lists a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing around 443 horsepower and 479 pounds-feet of torque for the top variant. Half the drivetrain is paired with an 8-speed automatic gearbox and BMW's intelligent all-wheel drive xDrive system for enhanced traction in varying conditions. In terms of 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour figures, expectations are strong given the engine output and the vehicle's premium positioning. Cars2WD.com +2 On the road, the X8 delivers a compelling blend of refinement and dynamic capability. The suspension, in standard or optional adaptive form, absorbs road imperfections well, yet when pushed and spirited driving it offers side-to-side composure and minimal body roll for an SUV of this size. The steering is quickish and well-weighted, with good feedback for the class. On twisty roads you feel the car leaning toward sport rather than purely comfort-oriented, which adds to its appeal for drivers who demand more than just a luxury cruiser. Braking is strong, with powerful pedal feel and optional large-diameter discs in higher trims. The exhaust note in the V8 variant adds a visceral dimension, though BMW keeps things tasteful rather than exaggerated. Fuel efficiency for these performance trims is less generous than smaller engine variants. Buyers should expect premium fuel consumption and higher ownership costs accordingly. In terms of driving modes, you'll find options such as Eco/Comfort/Sport/Sport Plus. Each mode adjusts throttle mapping, transmission shift logic, suspension stiffness, if adaptive, and exhaust tone. In Sport Plus mode the car tightens up markedly, offering sharper turn-in and more responsive throttle. In Comfort mode it smooths out the ride and relaxes the responses for long motorway cruises. The all-wheel drive system offers confident traction in wet or slippery conditions, while in dry driving you'll appreciate how the power is distributed for both efficiency and performance. Overall, the performance package is very good. BMW has engineered the X8 to feel suitably premium and sporty while still fulfilling its duties as a large luxury SUV. If you're after the highest output trims, you'll benefit from V8 power and high-end dynamic hardware. If you prefer a more relaxed drive, there are likely lesser-powered variants that focus more on efficiency and luxury. Let's talk numbers. In the European market, one reference lists the 2026 BMW X8 with the price of about $1.5 naturally in either regions, including Pakistan, Middle East or North America. Pricing will differ significantly depending on import duties, taxes, local specification levels and optional packages. Buyers should budget additional costs for premium trims, large wheel/tire upgrades, carbon fiber or special interior options, extended leather packages, driver assistance and infotainment upgrades. In the luxury SUV segment, the X8 competes with vehicles from other premium brands which command similar or higher pricing, so you'll be paying not just for power but for brand prestige, technology and build quality. Car price: when estimating cost of ownership, remember to factor in fuel, servicing, which in a premium brand tends to be higher, insurance, and depreciation. In markets like Pakistan, import duties and registration fees might push the on-road price substantially higher, and availability of service centers, spare parts and support should be checked. If you're buying for performance or uniqueness, you may get very good value. If you're buying purely for mundane commuting, the cost premium might be harder to justify. It's also worth considering optional packages. Large wheels and tires affect ride comfort and cost. Panoramic sunroofs, premium audio systems, advanced driver aids all add tens of thousands in many markets. So when choosing your spec, review which features you genuinely value and which you can live without. In summary, expect a luxury premium price tag that places this vehicle among the upper tier of the SUV market. With it you're buying style, performance and brand heritage. As we wrap up our review of the 2026 BMW X8, here's the verdict: this car blends luxury, performance and design in a way that few large SUVs manage. The exterior styling is bold yet sophisticated. The interior provides premium ambience, cutting